Let's try this again. Let's get started in child's pose. All right, so for child's pose, touch your big toes together toward the back of your mat. Sit your hips down to your heels. You can take your knees as wide or as narrow as you'd like. Take them a little bit wider for more of a hip opening. Then walk your arms forward and rest your forehead down into your mat. Begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Fill up your belly, fill up your chest. And a nice loud open mouth exhale out. Sigh all of your air out. Take another deep breath in just like that. Fill up your belly. Feel the breath rise into your chest. This time seal your lips and exhale back out your nose. Continue breathing here like this. A couple more rounds of breath on your own. Maybe with each inhale, crawling your fingers forward a little bit more. And with each exhale, sitting your hips closer down toward your heels. Take one more deep breath in. Feel your belly press against your thighs. Another strong breath back out your nose. Next inhale, rise up to a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, gaze between your palms. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down. Lift your gaze to the wall in front of you. Exhale, cat pose. Curl your spine up, gaze between your thighs. Inhale, cow pose. Send your belly down. Lift your gaze. Exhale, cat pose. Pull your spine up toward the ceiling. Press the ground away. Return to a neutral tabletop. Flatten out your back, gaze between your palms. Ground down through your left hand. Inhale, extend your right arm up toward the ceiling. You can take a couple wrist circles here. And exhale, thread the needle. Draw your right arm underneath your left and drop your right temple down toward your mat. You can leave your left hand here and press your left hand into the ground to accentuate this twist. Or you can take your left hand and go for a half bind, wrapping your left hand over toward your right hip crease. So place your left hand back down on the ground. Inhale, extend your right arm up toward the ceiling. Take a few arm circles. And then drop your right palm back down to the ground. Inhale, extend your left arm up toward the ceiling. Roll your wrist out a couple times. And exhale, thread the needle. Draw your left arm underneath your right. Drop your left temple down toward the ground. You can leave your right hand where it's at, or you can go for the half bind, wrapping your right hand behind your back toward your left hip crease. And drop your right palm back down into the earth. Inhale, extend your left arm high toward the ceiling. Take a couple arm circles here. And then drop your left palm back down to the ground. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Take a few breaths to settle into this position. However you like, you can bend into one knee, bend into the next. Press your palms firmly down and forward. And as you press your palms forward, lift your tailbone up to find length in your spine. Press your heels nice and close down toward the ground. It's okay if they don't touch. Now inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Walk your feet behind your wrists at about hip width distance. Drape your torso over your thighs. Option to grab for opposite elbows or interlace your hands behind your head to let your head hang down a little heavier. And sway from side to side. Release any tension in your low back. Drop your arms back down to the ground. Toe heel your feet together to touch, leaving just a sliver of space between your heels. Inhale, slowly roll up to stand, stacking one vertebrae on top of the next. When you get to the top, extend your arms up overhead. Interlace all of your fingers and then press your palms up toward the ceiling. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Press your hips to the left. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe gaze up toward the ceiling. Inhale, return up to center. Reach up. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. Find space on your right rib cage. Gaze up toward the ceiling. Inhale, reach your arms up to center. Uninterlace your hands and drop your palms down to heart center. You can flutter your eyes closed or soften your gaze to the tip of your nose. Ground down through all corners of your feet. Pull your kneecaps up and find length in your spine. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath back out your nose. Blink your eyes open, send your arms down to your sides. Shine your palms forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up overhead. Option to press your palms together or leave them apart, whatever you'd like. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips down toward the ground. Nice and slow. Deep breath out as you lower. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your palms to your shins or your thighs. Shift your weight into the ball mounds of your feet and then lift your shoulder blades up and down your back. Take a breath in. Exhale, tabletop pose. Plant your palms and then walk your knees back to a tabletop position. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down. Exhale, cat pose. Curl your spine up. Return to a neutral tabletop. Now lift all the way up to standing on your knees. You can place your hands on your hips. Take your right foot, walk your right foot out to your right side and point your right toes toward the right side of your space. From here, you can bend into your right knee as much as you'd like, just feeling this nice gentle stretch in your hips and your thighs. And return your right knee back to center. Switch out your sides. Take your left foot, walk your left foot out to the left side, pointing your left toes toward the left side of your space, and then gently bending into your left knee a couple times, nice and slow. Now return your left knee back to your mat. Press your palms down into the ground. Come to a neutral tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly and tuck your toes under behind you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step up toward your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your heart. Drop your arms down by your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, nice and slow. Hinge from your hips down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine. Now this time, exhale, ball pose, squat and curl. So you can lift your heels up off the ground. You can keep your fingers tented on the ground. Pull your chin in toward your chest and expand the space in between your shoulder blades behind you. If you're feeling balanced already, you can play with a bind, wrapping your arms around your shins, or you can just keep your fingers tented on the ground. Now slowly drop your heels back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten out your spine, straighten your legs. Exhale, high plank and lower all the way down to your belly. When you're down on your belly, untuck your toes, press the tops of your feet into the earth. Inhale, baby cobra, gently lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower your chest back down. Tuck your toes under, press up to a tabletop position. And exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at heart center. Send your arms down to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips all the way down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize your spine. Exhale, ball pose, squat and curl. Again, you can tense your fingers on the ground. Lift your heels up nice and high. Squeeze your inner feet together. Begin to drop your heels back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs, flatten your spine. Exhale, exhale, high plank and lower all the way down to the ground. There we go. Untuck your toes, press the tops of your feet down. Inhale, baby cobra, gently lift your chest up off the ground. Exhale, lower your chest down. Inhale, press up to a tabletop position and tuck your toes under behind you. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out, compress your chest closer toward your thighs. Inhale, extend your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot in between your palms and drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, extend your arms up overhead and breathe here. You can leave your arms up overhead. You can interlace your hands around your front thigh. Sink into this stretch, stretching out your left hip flexors. Gently press your pelvis forward and tuck your tailbone, and feel how that further stretches out through your hip flexors on the left side. Now inhale, crescent moon, arms back up overhead. Exhale, half split. Straighten your right leg. Come up onto your right heel and point your right toes toward the ceiling. Let this hinge come from your hips so you can feel the stretch in your right hamstring. Every inhale, find length in your spine. And every exhale, hinge just a little bit deeper over your right leg. Begin to shift your weight back forward. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up overhead. Exhale, open arm back bend, cactus your arms and lift your heart up toward the ceiling. You'll feel an even deeper stretch in your left hip flexors. Inhale, crescent moon, arms back up to center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms and step your right foot to the back of your space. Inhale, extend your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms and drop your right knee down to your mat. Inhale, crescent moon, hinge your torso up, arms overhead, and breathe here. Again, sink into this however you like. You can leave your arms up. You can interlace your hands around your thigh or hold your hands on your waist, whatever you like. Now inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms back up to frame your face. Exhale, half split. Straighten your left leg and come up onto your left heel. Tense your fingers on your mat. Maintain a nice neutral spine. Avoid any rounding in your upper back so that the focus here is your left hamstring. You can engage your left quad and pull your left kneecap up, and as you do that, your quad will shorten and it'll allow your hamstring to lengthen a little bit more. Begin to shift your weight back forward. Inhale, crescent moon, extend your arms up overhead. Exhale, back bend, goal post your arms, lift your heart up toward the ceiling. It's a gentle back bend, and then press your hips forward to stretch further through your right hip flexors. Inhale, crescent moon, extend your arms back up. Exhale, downward facing dog, plant your palms and step your left foot to the back of your space. Nice deep breath in here. Deep breath out your nose. Inhale, extend your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms and drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms up overhead. Exhale, half split. Straighten your right leg. Come up onto your right heel and tense your fingers. Inhale, crescent moon. Shift your weight back forward. Arms up overhead. Exhale, back bend. Goal post your arms. Lift your heart up toward the ceiling. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up to center. This time, exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms and lift your left knee up off of the ground. Spiral your back foot down. Inhale, warrior one. Lift your arms up overhead. Press your back foot really firmly down into the ground at about a 45-degree angle here. You can always walk your back foot in a little bit. You can drop your hands to your waist or your hips if you'd like to square your hips forward as much as possible. As you bend a little further into your front knee, press harder into your back foot, like you're trying to spread your mat apart underneath yourself. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms, step your right foot to the back of your space. Inhale, extend your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms and drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, half split, straighten your left leg, tense your fingers on the ground. Inhale, crescent moon, shift your weight forward and up. Exhale, back bend, goal post your arms, lift your heart, feel a stretch in your hip flexors. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up to center. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms and lift your right knee up off of the ground. Spiral your back foot down. Inhale, warrior one, lift your arms up. And then breathe here, settle into this position. You can drop your hands to your waist or your hips. So pull your right hip point forward and then press your left hip point back to square your hips into the wall in front of you as much as you can. Continue to bend into your front knee and press your back foot down as hard as you can. So you'll feel your quad engage as you press your back foot down into the earth. Take one more deep breath in here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms, step your left foot to the back of your space. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, press your heels a little closer toward the ground. Inhale, extend your right foot high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms and drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach your arms up to frame your face. Exhale, half split. Straighten your right leg. Tense your fingers on the ground. Inhale, crescent moon. Shift your weight back forward. Exhale, back bend. Goal post your arms. Lift your heart. Press your pelvis forward. Inhale, crescent moon. Arms up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, lift your left knee off the ground. Inhale, warrior one, extend your arms up overhead. Now listen for a change. Exhale, warrior two, spiral your hips open, readjust your stance as needed. Gaze over your top fingertips. So here, find front heel to back arch alignment in your feet. You can bend and straighten into your front leg a little bit if you'd like. And then settle into this position. Press your front knee to the outer edge of your front foot. So if you look down, you should be able to see your big toe on the inside of your right knee. Take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Sink a little deeper into your front leg. Now inhale, reverse warrior. Extend your right palm up and back. Maintain the bend in your front knee. Feel a stretch on your intercostals and your rib cage. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Cartwheel your arms down and then step your right leg to the back of your space. Lift your hips up and back. Inhale, extend your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms and drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, half split. Straighten your left leg. Engage your left quad to lengthen your hamstring. Inhale, crescent moon, shift your weight forward, arms up. Exhale, open arm back bend, cactus your arms, lift your heart. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, lift your right knee off the ground. Spiral your back foot down. Inhale, warrior one, lift your arms up overhead, bend deeply into your front knee. Exhale, warrior two, readjust your stance, gaze over your left fingertips. Again, you can bend and straighten into your left knee a couple times if you like. So your back foot should be about parallel with the short end of your mat. And then bend as deeply as you can into your front knee, but keep your knee over your ankle. So if you're bending into your front knee and your knee's pressing over, like past your ankle, widen your stance a little bit. Now inhale, reverse warrior, extend your left palm up and back. Little amount of weight in your back hand. Keep the bend in your front knee. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Cartwheel your arms down to your mat. Step your left leg back and lift your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands together at heart center. Ground down through your left foot. Inhale, tree pose on the right. Connect the sole of your right foot to your inner left calf or your inner left thigh. Whatever you choose here. Just avoid your knee joint. So if you feel that your foot kind of presses down a little too far and you're hitting your knee, just lower your foot down to your calf instead. From here, you can take any arm variation you'd like, maybe reaching your arms out to the sides, maybe overhead. If you're feeling super balanced here and you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can blink your eyes closed for a moment and feel how that changes your balance. Really forces you to focus. Continue breathing in and out through your nose. Take one more breath in wherever you're at. And exhale, Samastitihi. Gently drop your right leg back down to the ground. Now press the sole of your right foot into the earth. Inhale, tree pose on the left. Lift the sole of your left foot on your inner right calf or up on your inner right thigh. Take whatever arm variation you'd like. Wherever you're at, press your left foot into your standing leg and then your standing leg back into your foot. So if your right hip pops out really far, press your right leg back in toward your foot. So gently press your pelvis forward and tuck your tailbone. And as you do that, you should be able to further externally rotate your left leg. So you're pressing your left knee kind of toward the wall behind you. Take one more breath in. And exhale, Samastitihi. Drop your left foot down to the ground, hands together at your heart. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips, nice and slow, down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, high plank and lower all the way down to your belly. When you're down on your belly, untuck your toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Gently lift your chest. Press the tops of your feet into the earth. Exhale, lower your chest back down to the ground. Tuck your toes. Inhale, tabletop position. Stack your hips over your knees. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, extend your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms. Now inhale, star pose. Spiral your body all the way open toward the left side of your space. Heels and toes out. You can take some shakes in your hip. Stretch out through your hips. Now extend your arms out to a T and pivot your feet so they're facing a wall in front of you. Spread your legs out nice and wide. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Hinge from your hips down toward the ground, and then release your hands wherever you'd like. So you can drop your hands down to your mat. You can reach for your calves or your ankles. If you're working on getting the crown of your head toward the ground, you can walk your feet out a bit wider. That'll bring the ground a little bit closer toward you. Then place your palms about in line with your toe tips. Your fingertips should be about in line with your toe tips. From here, shift your weight into the ball mounds of your feet and work on dropping the crown of your head toward the earth. Just an option. You don't have to go for this option if you don't want. Now, wherever you're at, walk your palms underneath your face and find a halfway lift in your spine, tenting your fingers on the ground. Squeeze your belly button up into your spine. Breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Crawl your palms forward to frame your front foot. Now drop your back knee down and walk your front foot out to the outer edge of your mat for a runner's lunge. You can drop down to your forearms if you'd like here. You can roll onto the knife edge of your front foot to open your hip a little bit more. If you want to go for the quad stretch, here. Ground down through your left palm, extend your right arm up toward the ceiling, bend your left knee, and then grab your left foot with your right hand. And then pull your left heel directly toward your left glute. Avoid pulling your heel toward the right side of your body. You want to keep it all on the left side. You have the quad stretch. Slowly drop your back leg back down to the ground. Engage your back knee away from the earth, coming to an active runner's lunge. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to the back of your space and lift your hips up and back. Inhale, extend your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms. Inhale, star pose. Spiral your back foot down, heels and toes out. Create this X shape with your body. Now extend your arms out to a T and pivot your toes so they're facing the wall that you're facing. Option on this side for a chest expansion, interlacing your hands at the small of your back. Just an option. If you don't like that, you can always press your palms into your low back with your fingers pointing down. It's a great option as well. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, wide leg forward fold with optional chest expansion. So again, if you're working on getting the crown of your head down, walk your feet out a bit wider. Shift your weight into the ball mounds of your feet. Engage your quads by lifting your kneecaps up. Nice active quads here. You have the chest expansion. Slowly drop your palms back down to the ground. Walk your hands underneath your face and come to a halfway lift in your spine, tenting your fingers and paralleling your spine with the floor. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Crawl your palms forward to frame your front foot and then drop your right knee down. Walk your left foot out to the edge of your mat for a runner's lunge. So both palms are on the inside of your left foot. Sink into this however you'd like. You can drop down to your forearms. You can go for the quad stretch. On this side for the quad stretch, ground out through your right palm. Extend your left arm up. Bend your right knee so you can grab your right foot with your left hand. Then pull your right heel toward your right glute. You have the quad stretch. Slowly drop your foot back down to the ground. Press your palms into the earth. Come to an active runner's lunge. Lift your right knee up off of the ground. Stay here for a nice deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot to the back of your space. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Lift your tailbone a bit higher. Inhale, hinge forward to a high plank, and then lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, press the tops of your feet into the ground. Inhale, baby cobra. Gently lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, slowly lower your chest back down to the ground 2 more times. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift your chest, little to no weight in your palms. Exhale, lower your chest back down to the ground. 1 more. Inhale, baby cobra. Press the tops of your feet down nice and hard into the ground. Exhale, lower your chest down. Extend your arms by your sides and rest the side of your face onto your mat. Take a little mini shavasana here. Feel your heartbeat into the earth beneath you. Now draw your chin back to center. Press your palms into the ground. Lift up to standing on your knees and then swing your legs out in front of you. So take a seat on your butt. We'll take one leg seated forward fold first, Janu Shirshasana. Press the sole of your left foot on your inner right thigh, and then pivot your torso so you're facing your extended right leg. Take a nice deep breath in, find length in your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Grab for whatever you can, whether that be your shin or your foot. If you're super open in your right hamstring and you're like really flexible and you can easily grab your foot, you can try grabbing for a wrist behind your foot. So taking your left hand and grabbing for your right wrist on this side. That's if you're super open and super flexible. Your next inhale, lift back up. Switch out your sides, extend your left foot long, press the sole of your right foot on your inner left thigh. Pivot your torso so your torso is facing your left leg. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Grab for whatever you can. Again, might be your shin or your foot or your toes. If you're super flexible and you're craving some more, something to work on is to grab a wrist behind your foot. So taking your right hand and grabbing for your left wrist behind your left foot. Your next inhale, slowly lift back up. Press the soles of your feet down into the ground and then lower all the way down to your back. When you're down on your back, lift your right ankle up and over your left thigh for a figure 4 position. You can stay here with your left foot planted, or you can lift your left foot, grab for behind your left thigh, and pull your legs in closer toward your chest for a deeper sensation. Drop your left foot back down to the ground. Switch out your sides. Press the sole of your right foot into the earth close to your glute. Lift your left ankle up and over your right thigh. Option to stay here. Option to grab for behind your right thigh and pull your legs in closer toward your chest. Keep your shoulder blades grounded here. Drop your foot back down to the ground and drop your left leg back down. Pull your knees in toward your chest. Grab for the outer edges of your feet For a happy baby, pull your knees down toward your side body. Option to gently rock from side to side, ever so slightly. Pull your low back down into the earth and stamp the soles of your feet on the ceiling above you. Now pull your knees in toward your midline. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Lift your forehead up to your knees. Squeeze everything together to one tiny little ball. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. Let your arms and legs go long. Let your body fall into whatever position it pleases. Release any tension from any area of your body. Starting from your toes, take a quick body scan. Release any tension from the bottoms of your feet, your ankles, your shins. Release any tightness in your quads and your hips. Relax your belly. Just feel your belly naturally rise and fall with the rhythm of your breath. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Let your shoulder blades melt into the ground. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth and relax the muscles in your forehead. Just enjoy a minute of rest here. You can stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. If you'd like to be guided out this morning, begin to bring some small movements to your fingers and your toes. Roll out your ankles and your wrists. Take a nice long body stretch. Extend your arms overhead. Point your toes. Pull your low back up. Draw your knees in toward your chest and rock onto whichever side favors you for fetal pose. Use your bicep as a pillow. Press yourself up to a nice tall seat. You can place your hands on your knees and your lap at heart center. Flutter your eyes closed or soften your gaze. We'll finish with a breath. Exhale out any air that's left in your lungs. Now take a deep, full breath in. Lengthen your spine as you draw the breath all the way up into your chest. Then hold your breath in at the top. Open mouth, exhale, sigh your air out, nice and strong. Lift your thumbs up to your third eye center, the space between your eyebrows and your forehead. The light in me honors and sees the light in all of you. Bow forward. Namaste.